Não tem problema, amigo. Amigo, eu não tenho problema, amigo. Amigo.
Oh, don't pee, man. Sorry.
Move back. Out the way, boys. Out the way. You'll get knocked down. Move.
So Trump just said that Somalians don't belong in America anymore. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Somali community in Minnesota has been falsely diagnosing children with autism to receive taxpayer handouts and taking advantage of the system. They then take those funds and they funnel it back home to Somalia, subsequently funding a terrorist organization known as Al-Shabaab. This new Medicaid system would cost taxpayers $2.6 million, at least that's what they said. The first year, 2020, was $3 million, 2021 was $20 million, and then just 3 years later, it quintupled to $100 million, and 2025 was on track to cost taxpayers $120 million for the year. 40% of Somalian households in Somalia receive remittances from, relatives, friends, family, whatever, in the United States, totaling the annual remittance to Somalia $1.7 billion, which is more than the Somalian government's budget. Here's how it works. The Minnesota taxpayers work hard. They have the job, they pay their taxes, they hope that in return for taking care of the system will take care of them in exchange. It doesn't, because the Somalians who are here are taking advantage. They're misdiagnosing children with autism and claiming to need more government assistance than they really do. They then take the money, the government assistance that they have stolen, the money that they have stolen from taxpayers, and they send it back to Somalia, where it is received by numerous groups, one of which happens to be an Al-Qaeda-backed terror group named Al-Shabaab. Who could have possibly guessed that people coming from a country with an IQ of 67 wouldn't actually contribute anything to society?
In this country, we do not blame the lawlessness of an individual on a whole community. What we also know is that there is not a single evidence that the president or his coonies have put forth that there are any single resource from taxpayers in Minnesota that has gone to aid and abet terrorism. That language is dangerous. That language puts the lives of Somalis not only in Minnesota, but across the country in danger. And if the president believed that and he had evidence, he would take people to court. So we are sick and tired of the president waking up one day and deciding to put forth falsehoods and demonize whole communities, while the ignorant people that support him then take the lies that he's spreading and use it as a fact. We've seen it during the campaign where he said Asians were eating cats and dogs. We've seen his vice president repeat those lies. We've seen the media run it as a headline as if it was a fact. That is shameful. That is shameful. That is ignorant. It makes us look like a stupid nation that does not believe in truth but traffics in lies. It makes the world mock us, and we are better than that. We are better than that as Americans.
Black people told you months ago what his plan was. Black people told you years ago how they thought about you. Black people told you centuries ago you will never be considered one of them. We have told you time and time and time again. And yet, when you get yourself up Schitt's Creek, you turn to Black people and ask, why aren't you helping me? And before you insult my intelligence, best believe I would never be speaking on the people who are the actual victims of what's happening because they couldn't vote. But you know who could vote? The second generation children that they had. The people who live in this country who gladly are immigrants and vote against their best interests because they think that they're different. Miami, Cuba, Cubans, I will vote for Donald Trump. And now there's a travel ban on you. You can't write these jokes because they write themselves. And then you sit on this app and blame the 92% because we didn't save you from yourselves. We warned y'all about that man. We did everything we could to let y'all know he was very serious about enacting his plans that were inside of Project 2025, mind you, that was public before he was even elected. Y'all did not give a fuck. We did literally everything except take your hand and take your finger and vote for Kamala. Then y'all have the nerve to say we're next, as if we haven't been first the entire fucking time.
Black people want to be left alone. They don't want revenge. They don't want to replace us, as some extremist groups have said. They just want to live life in peace, the way they want to live. They want family, they want love, and they want to live in a society where they know they belong here. They want society to also know that they belong here. They want to walk out their door and not worry that they're going to be treated unfairly, or they're going to get that look like they're not welcome, or that someone's going to try to touch their hair like a zoo animal. Yes, they want they want white people to fix white problems of prejudice and ignorance and all the ways that a wrongful sense of superiority is baked into our society. Yes, they want that to change. Yes, they want acknowledgement for harms done. They don't want us to just explain things away or justify or gloss over things without really listening. But more than anything, they want to be themselves, fully express who they are, love who they are, be with their family, and live in peace.
All right, welcome back, people. It has been so long. The Somalis have never been wanted to be associated with the black people. They never wanted to be called the black people, because they believe that they are Arabs. So sometimes I wonder if why the black people are only seen or are only being looked at when there are some people who are in problem. They're only looking, the black people are only being looked when they are needed, but they're not only being looked because of maybe they are needed, they are appreciative, or they do nothing good. So for so long, even the time of election in America, the Arabs or the Somalis stand out in large number to vote against the black people. They voted for this because of their own interest, but not because they wanted good for the country of America, or they wanted good for the black people. But let me tell you something. The black people are the only people who are there to show the good example, who are there, who are only meant to lead, who are only meant, maybe because you've seen like they're suffering, they're being oppressed so much, they're being betrayed. That's why some people are not like or don't love to be associated or to combine with the black people. But again, now we have seen the massive deportation of Somalis from the country of America. They have been coming out to call upon the help from the black people. My question was, why don't they just come out to call their brothers, the Arabs? Because they believe that they are Arabs, but not the black people. So why do they have to come out and call the black people for help? Because at this time, they knew well that they are not black people. They have never wanted to be associated or to be linked with the black people. So why at the time of the problem, why if they are in need, that the only time they come out to call upon the voices of the black people? Now,
black people are the only people that fights everyone else's battles, but when it comes to our turn, we're left alone and in the cold. No man, we have to talk about it. When the anti-Asian hate went viral last year, we marched, we defended, and we protected. See me viral picture, yeah? Yeah. When immigrants from other countries face racism, we absolutely protest. When white women cried feminism, we carried the whole movement on our backs. But when it's us, hey, some people go on like them defend or man blind. When black men are killed, crickets. When black women go missing, crickets.
Black people told you months ago what his plan was. Black people told you years ago how they thought about you. Black people told you centuries ago you will never be considered one of them. We have told you time and time and time again. And yet, when you get yourself up Schitt's Creek, you turn to Black people and ask, why aren't you helping me? And before you insult my intelligence, best believe I would never be speaking on the people who are the actual victims of what's happening because they couldn't vote.
Now, today, we know that, according to my belief, I believe that today America is doing this because of all that has happened in the country of Tanzania, and maybe all that's happening across the world, because the people who are committing many genocides, who are killing people mercilessly, are the people who are believed to be Somalis, are the people who believe to be jihadists, or are the people who are believed to be Muslims. So today, you know, Trump was the first who came out to criticize all that was happening in the country of Nigeria, all that killings, because he would believe that all that is being done there is only being done by the Muslims, because they are the one who are against the Christianity, are the one who are being killing people who are not Muslims but who are Christians. So all I believe is that maybe they are being deported because at this time they are being believed like terrorists. They are being taken just like terrorists. They are not being taken as citizens of this country. Most of them, they are immigrants. We know that. But most of them are legal citizens of the country of America. But why are they being deported today? Because they are not believed. They are not trusted anymore. So the Black people have been silenced over everything that is happening across the world today. But now they're only being called upon when they are in need, when many people need them. When the problem arises, people comes out, they call upon the Black people to help. They call upon the voice of the Black people so that they can come in to help, because they believe that the only help that can come out is from these people. Now, today we've seen all that has happened in the country of America, whereby the white Americans have been suffering, have been striked so hard about the situation and everything. But the Black people were the only people who were silent, and the whites were so worried. They were so confused. Why these people are so silent? But the time they were being oppressed, the time that they were being discriminated, we never saw any white people or any white person coming out to call upon the help or to protect, to address the issues that maybe would have been seen as a way of protecting them. Nobody was there to speak for their voices. Nobody was there to fight for them or address anything positive towards them. But everyone was coming to fight against them. Everyone was standing against them. Everyone was supporting everything that was being brought out just to eliminate them, to oppress them. So at this time, as the Black people, we have come to realize that we are only needed when we are needed. But when we are in need, no one is there to listen for us. No one is there to fight for us. So at this time, I think there's time of the Black people to know who they are. We are very important people. We are the chosen one. That's why in each and every time the problem occurs, people start to call upon the voice of the Black people, because they believe that without the Blacks, they cannot survive. The Somalis have been in America watching over the Black, the accusation, the discrimination that has been done against the Black people, against the Black Americans. But they never responded. They never acted. So why today? Why now? Because at this time, I think everyone has to stand on his lane. During the time of Donald Trump came to office, we saw he deported thousands and thousands of Black Americans back to the Black nations. Where was the Somalis? They never came out to respond about it. They never came out to speak about it. They never do anything, maybe to show that they are so concerned. So why, if only the Black are not concerned in the issues, in the problems that is affecting other people? That's the only time that they are being recognized. But when the things are well and they are being the one looked down, oppressed, being assaulted, humiliated, no one is there. That's why you've seen them being silenced over a long time, because they know that even if they come out speak, it's like they're making noise to other people. They have been speaking for this, they have been begging for this so long, but nobody came out to address this. The oppression of the Black people has never just started today. We know that it started long time ago, since the time of slavery, since the time of colonization, because all the people who were taken from Africa to go in slavery, who were enslaved, these are the people who oppressed, who suffered much. They're the people who are killed, who are slaughtered, who are raped. But nobody came out to address them. Nobody came out to fight for them. They begged for justice, for freedom. They begged. but nobody listened to them up to the time they learn on how to depend on themselves, to fight on themselves, or to protect themselves. That's when the world started to look them in a different way, because if you are oppressing someone and it comes to the point that this person is always the one that used to come out, cry, complain, and when it comes to a point where you find that there is a match that's happening and the same person that you used to see or to know to see coming out or to complain or cry is not doing anything, he's so silent over the situation, then you must be worried. And that is what is happening today in the country of America, because the white Americans are so confused, so worried. Why these people are so silent when we are being affected? We are the one. They're the one today who are coming out to make videos, complain TikTok, complain on YouTube, because they never see the concept of the black people. So at this time, let us not start to pretend like maybe we care about these people. You never cared for them. You never cared for them. You are not there for them. They have suffered when you're watching. They have been killed under your watch. They have been discriminated under your watch. They have been facing police brutality under your watch. You never acted. So why today do you want them to come and act or to engage in your issues? Today, all that has happened in the country of Nigeria, this is something that in America, this is something that we as the black people, I think the black people is not your issue, is not a concern. So there is no need of maybe for them to come in these issues, because it doesn't concern them. So just tell me what you have the comment section. I believe that you are the black person that I'm talking to, and I believe that you know much that is happening today, and maybe you must have something to put across. I'm here to reply to your views. Let's meet on the comment section. I really know what is happening and what's supposed to be done, because the blacks are the people who have been oppressed, and today these are not the people that are been that can be suppressed, because they used to this. They know, they learned on how to fight for this, how to protect themselves. So don't be worried, because this is not a unique. This is something that has been there for so long, and the world watched, and we are still watching it. Until next time, keep the same. Thank you very much for joining the Kenyan Explorer. You're here. I'm your presenter. Join my membership. Kindly leave a comment, subscribe, consider. If you're new here, let's move together and build the black community to be much strong. Until next time, come to the same. Thank you very much for being here each and every time. You are doing great, and I appreciate your support and your time for you being here always. May you be blessed wherever you're from. I love you and appreciate your support, and thank you very much.